Well, good morning. It's about 10 o'clock in the morning on Thursday, March 21st, 2024. It's about 60 degrees outside, but the sun is so warm it says feels like 68. We also have a warm breeze blowing from the south, full of humidity. That's where the Gulf of Mexico is, obviously. So, just to do a quick pasture walk and look at calves and look at some poop too. I've got Rami here with me. I'm going to try leaving him out in the field all day. It is going to rain, but I'll probably bring him home. I don't want his first experience in the pasture to be rain. So I've got Rami with me. So if you hear a little lamb bleeding in the background, that's the lamb that broke his leg the day after he was born. So this is where we put the wire up for the first section of this move, of this row. And as you can see, on the left side here where the cows started this rotation, there's plenty of grass that they missed, which is a good sign for me. That means I'm not overgrazing. Especially this early in the year, overgrazing can be really bad. And this is the section they were in today before I moved them. And you can see here the poop is very runny. It's not a very good sign that it's runny like this, but if it's too runny, then what will happen is the food that they eat will just go right through their body and they won't absorb it, they won't digest it, which is not what we want either. And I tried setting aside a stockpile this whole northern third of my field, which this is still in the northern third. That's for a 6-week rotation. That's 2 weeks of the 6 weeks. So we're still in the first 2 weeks. So we're still in the stockpile that I set aside, and my thought is that maybe a winter stockpile in this climate, maybe it doesn't mean much. Maybe I have to start the stockpile at the end of summer and then not touch it for 6 months until spring comes around, So we are now, this is where the wire was between the second and third moves. And as you can see, again, there's not a lot of difference. This is where they were before. I guess you can kind of see a little bit faint, like this is a little bit more light green and this is a little bit darker green. You can definitely tell there's manure over here. There's no manure here yet. Well, not much at least. So let's walk through this area, just take a quick look. One of the things Jim Garish is advocating, and one of the things I need to learn is estimating how much forage you have. And he's out there in the west, in Idaho, I believe, where they could probably graze once a year in some parts. Now he irrigates, so he could probably get several grazings a year off of the irrigated grass, but I think he calls it rangeland, is where it's not irrigated, and so what you see is what you get, and a lot of that rangeland is just scrub. There's not a lot growing there because it is practically a desert in that part of the country. Very little rainfall compared to here. That's one of the things Greg Judy tells people is like, hey, if you want to start a farm and do rotational grazing, why don't you go where there's rain? Like, come out here to the south, check the rainfall. You want places that get enough rain that you don't have to worry too much about rain, right? Now, granted, we still have to worry about droughts, but our droughts are nothing like their droughts. Their droughts will be it doesn't rain for 2 years. Our drought is it hasn't rained for a month. People start panicking and selling their herds if it doesn't rain for a month, But anyway, yeah, this is pretty good grass here, pretty good forage. I should note that yellow back there behind that younger heifer. There's yellow. Boop, yellow. Across the wire to get with her calf, which I'm not a big fan of crossing wires, but yellow did, and for a good reason, I'd say. So yellow's calf is over here somewhere. When I came out this morning, they were together. Maybe yellow's calf is done. Yeah, there she is. Yellow's calf is done hiding now. She's old enough that she doesn't feel the need to hide. Number 46. So she's all red except a little bit white on the belly, on the brisket, and then on her forehead there's this, like, I want to call it a comet. Look on her forehead. Let me zoom in so you can see it better. That little symbol there on her forehead. So a little bit white on the brisket there and on the belly, with the black tail. The end of her tail is black. So she was born Sunday. Today is Thursday. So Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. She's 4 days old. So that's a 4-day-old calf. And you can see Yellow still has good bags on her. So we looked at manure, we looked at grass, we looked at some calves. Let's just check in some other random calves. Is that number 26 out there? The oldest calf that was born at the end of January to number 24. The milk thief. No, that's number 44. I know number 44 was born to number 4. Makes remembering easy when they're born like that, in that order. So number 44 was the one I had to wrestle, because when he was born, the day he was born, he went far out into the pasture away from the cows, probably at least 500 feet away. And I found him and I tagged him, and then I tried to get him to go back to his mama, but he wanted to run further away, so I had to end up putting a halter on his face, and I had to load him up in the side-by-side and bring him to his mama. You know, I was concerned he wasn't going to get the milk because he was just born. You know, he's a big guy, big bones. You know, might be a good guy to keep for breeding purposes. Let's go find number 26. Number 39, how are you doing? I'm a big fan of the colors. I like the colors. The Beefmaster breed, that their sire is a combination of several breeds. I believe it's Angus. I believe there's Brahman in there. They put Charolais for the size. There's something else they put. I think Hereford. Hereford is the 4th one. And it's a crossbreed of all those breeds. So when you get calves, you might see all kinds of colors. Beefmaster aren't used for breeding typically. They're used for eating. You know, you typically bring in purebred bulls, and depending on what your heifers are, you know. Number 28. Long legs on that one. Long legs are not a good thing. Number 37. That's the calf that got pooped on. Number 31. He's going to get a shower today. Is that number? That's probably like 27 or 28. Following number 10. Oop, garbage. Let's see what else we got here. Where is number 24? Is that her down there? I think that is. Rammy's, I think, 4 weeks old now. I think it's almost 4 weeks old. Maybe tomorrow he's 4 weeks old. But it's time for him to start weaning. So, well, that's number 24. This number 26. That's 44 again. Where's 26? Oh, did they just headbutt? I missed it. 34 is a good size. 32 is short, but big. Well, this calf is pretty small. Number 27. I think you were born February 1st or February 2nd or something like that. You're born to number 10, I believe. This is the mom of the calf that died. Number 45. Number 28 was born to Blue. He's a mama's boy. I just can't find number 26 anywhere. I'll find him later. Maybe he doesn't like me. All right, guys, that's all I got for you this morning. Have a great day. Take care and bye-bye.